Well, welcome to the Rockstar Coach Sneak Peek webinar. Thank you for joining me on a Saturday morning. For those of you who are live, and to everyone else catching the replay, thank you for doing that as well. I'm so excited to have met you guys and to get to know you a little bit better. It's really important to me that I'm able to share exactly what this opportunity has done for me and for so many of my dearest friends and strangers that I have met along the way as well. It's just one of those things that, as I said in the video last night, absolutely everyone benefits from exercising, eating right, taking care of their mind and growing in personal development a little bit every day, and uplifting and encouraging others. Absolutely everybody grows from doing those things. And because of that, I think that this absolutely is the best opportunity for anybody. So I am going to share my screen here and take you through a little webinar, give you some more information about me, the business, and give you some time at the end to ask whatever questions you may have. I do have you muted right now, so no worries. We can unmute you later should you need to ask some questions. There's also a chat box down at the bottom for those of you who aren't familiar with Zoom. There's a little chat box, and you can feel free to use that at any time as well. I will check it every once in a while throughout the presentation just to make sure I am getting everybody's questions answered. So give me one moment to get your presentation set up. And here we go. All right. So in our sneak peek, I feel like I have to say something about each of the pictures that's put on here because they all mean something so special to me. That top left picture is me with Tony Horton. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the creator of P90X, P90X2, 3, Power 90, 22-minute hardcore. He has really revolutionized the at-home fitness world, and that was the very first time that I ever had the opportunity to meet Tony about 6 years ago, this month probably. Yeah. And so 5 or 6 years ago, yeah. And so that was a really cool moment for me to get to meet him and get a little insight into his life. The next picture is me with 3 of my bestest friends on a lanai on the top of a hotel in Cancun, Mexico. We had been doing a workout together early one morning and just celebrating some of our success. So that was a pretty cool moment. This next picture here was a gathering where, I don't know if you can see this little blonde lady right in the middle, but that's Chalene Johnson. She's the creator of Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, and for any of you who are familiar with the gyms, PiYo, or Turbo Kick. Anyways, we were gathering to get trained by her, and just that small group of us gathered together and had that personal experience with her to learn how she built her business in fitness, which was a really cool experience for all of us. Here was my first year that I made Elite as a coach, and I was able to be recognized on stage at the MGM in Vegas in front of about, I don't know, I think that year there was maybe 12,000 people there. So that was a pretty cool experience. Here is some of my team members and I in Nashville, Tennessee at an annual gathering. We were just kind of having a brunch together. Here I got to be on stage. I'm a master trainer for Beachbody as well, and I was on stage teaching all the other master trainers some PiYo, which is one of my all-time favorite workouts. This one's super special. My son is in this picture somewhere. That is Tony Horton leading a workout on the beach in Atlantis in the Bahamas, and I was able to take my whole family there on a free trip that I had earned. And part of when we go on free trips, we still work out. So we were working out on the beach with Tony Horton in the Bahamas. It was amazing. And that was me and some of the girls that I started this business with. So it's pretty cool for us to have some pictures and time to share together. So just a little bit about how all that happened. So I hate talking about myself, but I think it's important that not only do you see what's listed here, but hear where I came from. So first of all, I'm a wife and mom of 4. I'm a 3-time elite coach. And what that means is that out of 450,000 coaches in all of Team Beachbody, I have 3 times been in the top 0.01% of all coaches. Me and my team represent the best of the best within our company. And that's an honor that my team carries with pride. It's a big deal. And I want you guys to know that when you join us, you are absolutely joining a Rockstar team. I was a 1-time premier coach. It's just a hair of a step down from elite. That was one year I hit premier, and it's still in the top 0.1%. So even when we had an off year, we were still the best of the best. So pretty awesome stuff. I am the CEO and founder of Rockstar Presenters and the CEO of Team Bad. I'm also a PIO format consultant. So for any of you who, again, are familiar with PIO and you've seen it in the gyms, or maybe you see it online on Beachbody On Demand, I help Michelle and Shalene create all of that choreography. I test it, I submit choreography to them, and that's a pretty fun thing for me to do as well. I'm also, just a side note, HGTV junkie and an avid fan of Pinot Noir. But 6 years ago, my life absolutely did not look like this, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, actually. But this is actually me. My husband and I took we took 25, which would actually be 12 of our top team members and their guests, so 25 people, on a free trip to Cancun, Mexico, this last, when were we? We were there in May. And just to celebrate their hard work and everything they had accomplished. So that's me and 12 of my top people. It's my husband and I, my handsome guy. He's the CFO for my business. And then this is me and 3 of my kiddos. I was pregnant with number 4 at the time, so he's not pictured there. But all right. So physical transformations are a huge part of who we are at Team Beachbody. It's actually how and why we got started, was to truly help people get fit. You have to be healthy to live a fulfilling life. And over the last 6 years, I've had multiple physical transformations because I've also had 2 babies. So this is one of my most recent physical transformations. This is kind of day 1 for me. I think I was 6 weeks postpartum on the picture in the left. And, not bad, but not where I wanted to be. And this is actually just about a week ago when I finished my 3rd program. So that was, 60, so it was about 60, 120, and then plus 30 more. So about 150 days time there. I finished 3 different programs, Master Tamer and Chisel, Insanity Max 30, and then the Ultimate Reset, which was a tough one. So for me, I've had to transform multiple times, and I'm still on my transformation. I've still got a long ways to go, actually, to be back where I want to be, but that's just one of my physical transformations that I wanted to share, that I accomplished using Beachbody programs. My personal transformation for me is actually where the biggest transformation comes in. For me, when I started this business 6 years ago, you can see here on the left, it was me and my 2 little boys, my sweethearts. This is Austin and Roman. And life was way different then. In this picture, actually, I had just recently filed for divorce. I had also filed for bankruptcy. My home was being foreclosed on, and I didn't have a job. So despite the sweet smiles on our faces, we were in very dire straits. Life was really hard. I had graduated with a degree in English literature, but had never really used it. Once I had kiddos, I had decided I wanted to stay at home and be present in their lives. And I had done had gone back to work for a little bit after I had had my first son, and I hated every minute of it. It tore me up inside to leave him every morning. He didn't have to go to daycare. He was at home with his dad. But I just couldn't do it. I wanted to be there for them. And we paid that price. It took a toll financially on our marriage and the relationship that we had, and that stress ended up just tearing us apart. And we had to part ways. And that's about the time that I was introduced to this opportunity. And I remember meeting with my coach and knowing that it was going to cost me $140 to sign up, which is nothing, right? I mean, that's less than a trip to Target. So I checked my bank account, and I only had about $75 in my bank account. And I looked at her and, embarrassed, said, I absolutely want to do this, but I don't have the money today. I promise if you meet me again in 2 weeks, I'll have the money. And for 2 weeks, I fed the kids hot dogs and tuna fish because it was cheap, and sold some stuff in a garage sale and online, and did whatever I could to come up with that $140. And 2 weeks later, we met, and I had $150 in my bank account, and I spent $140 on a chance, on a whim, that this could be the thing that took my kids from being broke and not having, they had love and they had me, but we didn't have a lot of opportunity to do anything else. And I just had to try. So with that in mind, I set to work, and, it was really, excuse me, it was really slow and steady. I think my first year in the business, actually, I'm gonna save money for the next slide. Sorry. But I was alone. And slowly over time, yes, of course, I met my husband, and Beachbody has nothing to do with that. We met at the gym. But I met the man of my dreams. We got married. We decided to have 2 more children, so now we have 4. And, life is good as a family. But something I discovered, really early on in this business is that I was really, really lacking friends and community. I didn't have a church or anything that I was going to. I'm a bit of a rebel, so I could never bring myself to join the PTA. Intro bad moms. I didn't really have a community. And while I live in Dallas-Fort Worth, I'm not from here. So I didn't have like a community. I didn't have family, nothing like that. And I really missed that. I missed having friends. I missed having a life of my own. And I missed having something to do for me. And over the last 6 years, I have made hundreds of amazing friends, all women, girls who have that girl boss mentality, that have their own interests, whether they're moms, that just want something of their own, or they're building a future for their kiddos, or a plan B for, something happens to their husband's job, or a plan A because they don't have anything else, whether it's young entrepreneurs who are those millennials who the economy hasn't been great to, and they have, student loans to pay, or jobs that they can't find. Anybody with that girl boss mentality, of the people that are drawn to this business, and having this group of like-minded women to celebrate life with and to take on challenges and crush goals has been absolutely my biggest personal transformation. I went from not knowing, how I was gonna do anything month to month, to now, I have trip after trip planned with my girlfriends. I have trips planned with my family. I have goals. I have all kinds of things that I'm able to do now because of the network of amazing women that I'm surrounded by. So that personal transformation for me has been absolutely huge. And this picture on the right is another one from our Cancun trip in May with some of my top coaches. We were just having a little fun one night. So my financial transformation, I want you to go back to that picture of me with the two boys. So that I said, I set to work, and I did. But in that very first year, I didn't really know what I was doing. We didn't have a lot of the tools and training that we have available to us now. So all the things that you're going to get from me when you start this business are so much more amazing than what I had when I started. We didn't really have much of anything. We didn't have a roadmap. There wasn't a path to success. So I kind of tried to forge my own path. And in that first year, I think I made about $15,000. And for me, for someone who was totally broke, I was like, okay, that's enough for me to realize, like, this is legit. It's not a scam. It's not a pyramid scheme. I made real money working from home. Okay, I got it, right? So then it kind of just gave me the momentum to try a little bit harder the next year. And pretty much every year that I've worked this business, my income has doubled or more than doubled. And now I sit as a high 6-figure earner, closing in on that 7 figures. And it's like unreal. 6 years ago, you guys, where were you 6 years ago? Think about how short of a time that really is when you think about that. 6 years ago. And in that time, I went from having nothing in my bank account to where I am today. And although it's not about money, money is freedom. Money is time. I now have time to be with all of my kids. I now have time to travel and enjoy my husband. I now have time to volunteer at the school. I have the freedom and flexibility to truly help other women find the same success that I've had. And that's where this picture comes in, because this is a picture of a mansion that we stayed at in Nashville just last month, actually. And this is me and my team celebrating our success, another wonderful year. And it's just representative of this is just some of our team. And every single person in this picture has touched and changed hundreds, if not thousands, of lives through health and fitness, by exercising, by eating right, by being the example to others, by being inspiring to others, by motivating others to do the same. And then when they teach other people how to do it, they are financially rewarded. Are you kidding me? Seriously, we get paid to eat right, to work out, and to take care of our families and our bodies. That is insane to me. And so for me, that financial transformation, personally for me, has probably been the biggest change, although it's probably a 3-way tie. So that's just a little bit about what it's done for me. I want to talk a little bit more specifically about what makes Beachbody unique and what exactly it all entails. So, of course, most of you are going to be familiar with our fitness programs. And I haven't checked the chat box yet, so if you're asking questions, hang tight. I will address them, I promise. But fitness, we have, of course, P90X, Insanity, which would be Tony Horton and Shanti. I've mentioned Chalene Johnson with all Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, Pio, Chalene Extreme. And then, of course, most of you most recently have probably heard of Autumn Calabrese and the 21-Day Fix, or the 21-Day Fix Extreme. Or maybe if you're really familiar with our products, you're even familiar with Country Heat. Of course, I left out Shanti's Size, so you probably see that on TV a lot. Oh, and Shanti's T25. Sorry, there are so many programs out there. What makes us unique within the fitness industry is a couple of things. One, we're the ones that started it. We really revolutionized at-home fitness. Nobody wants to go to the gym anymore. In this world where everything is busy, and everybody's on the go, and time is really and truly a commodity, the time that you save in driving to the gym, finding a parking spot, waiting to get on a machine, waiting for your class to start, waiting for someone else to put the weights down, and then driving back home, you could have done your workout and made dinner in that time. And more people are realizing that. Also, because everything is digital nowadays, Beachbody has moved to being digital. So you're able to stream our workouts from anywhere, anytime. So if you're someone who travels a lot and you're in hotels, you can stream your workouts on your phone, on your laptop, wherever. A lot of people don't even have DVD players anymore. So you can stream your workout on your TV, whether it's your Roku, or I use my son's PS4 to stream my workouts. But Of course, again, we can all agree that fitness is a critical component to being healthy. We all need to work out, and we absolutely are the innovative company looking to the future and constantly coming up with new ways. Sorry, I got that tickle in my throat. Coming up with new ways to revolutionize the world of fitness. Now, you also know, if you are familiar with the fitness world, that 80% of your results are going to be made in the kitchen. So we have nutrition, and we have recently been expanding our nutrition line and, again, revolutionizing it. Have you heard of Shakeology? It is not a protein shake. It's not a meal replacement. And it truly is, if it's not those two things, what is it? Of course it has protein in it, and of course it can replace a meal, but it is 80 superfoods in one bag that gives you your daily dose of dense nutrition. Where we are lacking in the standard American diet, for sure, is in nutrition, dense nutrients. And I've seen it work differently in so many different people because there are so many different nutrients in it. Phytonutrients, adaptogens, antioxidants, proteins, all of your fruits, all of your vegetables, all in one shake. I'll be honest, I'm not a vegetable lover. And so I know I was nutrient lacking and nutrient deficient before I started drinking Shakeology every day. I have seen people come off antidepressants because of it, come off cholesterol meds, come off of blood pressure meds, all kinds of things. And I swear, if you're trying to get pregnant, drink Shakeology. Anyways, it's really made such a huge difference in the nutrition world. Now, because it has 80 different ingredients, every once in a while, it's rare, but every once in a while, there's someone who can't drink it. Well, recently, we also came out with a performance line. We are actually the official performance line of the Ironman races. So we have a pre-workout energized drink. We have a recover drink for after your workout, and then we have a recharge drink. If you're familiar with nutrition and you know what casein protein is, there's a casein protein that you can drink right before you go to bed. So your body is breaking that down and fueling itself with protein overnight. Our nutrition line is amazing. It's been created by people with the best degrees from the best universities in the world. And it's NSF certified, which is a huge, huge deal. And it was a big deal for us to have Ironman join us. So our nutrition line, again, is absolutely the best. And we know that we can offer people results by having them utilize what we have to offer. Meal plans also come with every fitness program you purchase with Team Beachbody. And those meal plans, again, are created by the people with the best degrees in nutrition in the world. So you don't have to be a fitness professional. Why? Because our celebrity trainers have done it for you. You don't have to be a certified nutritionist. Why? Because doctors of nutrition have created and taken care of it for you, which is amazing. Next up, we have peer support. You've seen a lot of pictures of me and my team, so I think that you get the idea that we are absolutely in this together. What happens a lot of times, especially around January, is people set out this goal. They say they're going to work out every day, or they're going to go to the gym, or they order T25, and then maybe they don't ever open the box. And that's where we as coaches come in. We are there to make sure that people get the results that they're wanting for themselves. We are there to make sure that they start, that they continue, that they do it properly, and that they finish. And that peer support is absolutely amazing. Every single day, we need to recognize either our teammates or our clients for what they are doing, for the steps that they're taking. And when we empower and uplift others, wow, that is way more rewarding than anything else we can offer in this business. It is such a positive, you will never have been surrounded by such a positive group of people than when you join Rockstar Presenters and Team Beachbody. That peer support is absolutely priceless. And lastly, we have rewards. You've heard me talk about a few trips. The rewards are incredible. I happen to love travel, so I've taken up a lot of the trips with Beachbody. I've been to Vegas 3 times. I've been to Nashville twice. I've been to, taking my entire family to Atlantis in the Bahamas, a resort in Cancun, Mexico for me and my family, a cruise for me and my family in the Caribbean, Disney World for my entire family twice. Where else? I'm trying to think of which ones were just Beachbody trips. California multiple times, San Diego, LA. I love anywhere by the water, so that makes me a happy girl. And then I've taken my team to Cancun, Mexico twice. And oh my gosh, next year we're going to New Orleans, and we have some other trips planned. And all of that is because I've helped people find and maintain their results, both as clients, and then I've taught my team how to help other people as well. So the more impact you make on the more lives, the more rewards you get. I've also been given the opportunity to be on stage in front of many people many times. And let's see, most recently here in Nashville, I was on stage in front of 30,000 people. And it's crazy insane. I don't get that kind of recognition for making my kids waffles in the morning. I'm lucky to get a thank you, right? So while recognition isn't everything, it definitely feels nice. And there are financial rewards, of course, different bonuses and all different kinds of things. We really have rewards that speak to all the different love languages out there. But it's amazing that truly we get rewarded for making a positive impact. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about Shakeology. This is actually a wall at our corporate office. It's called the Shakeology Wall, where all 80 different ingredients are displayed, explained, and told what they do for the body. It is the coolest wall ever. I should actually use my picture that I have next to it because it's a pretty cool little wall. And actually there's one flavor missing here. And instead of flavors, we actually like to call them formulas because each formula is a little bit different. We started with Shakeology and Greenberry. Those were the first two that were available. And those were pretty new when I started, believe it or not. Then shortly after that, I think we added vegan tropical strawberry. So for my vegans out there, we do have a couple of vegan flavors for you. Now, of course, we have vegan tropical strawberry, vegan chocolate, which is a really dark chocolate flavor, which is so super yummy. Our chocolate, which is more of a milk chocolate flavor, vanilla, which is very vanilla-y, strawberry, greenberry, which I think is our healthiest tasting one, happens to be one of my favorites. Kind of tastes like Captain Crunch. And then the one that's not pictured, which is my all-time favorite, is Cafe Latte. So I like to do that one with a little unsweetened almond milk. Heaven. And every time I drink it, I know that by far it's the healthiest meal of the day. And I've seen it help people's hair grow, their nails grow, their digestion is improved. I think, do I talk about it a little bit more here? No. But it's truly unique. And there are a lot of shakes out on the market. I get it. And it's normal to be skeptical, but that's why we have a bottom of the bag guarantee. So in each bag is 30 servings. So we give you 1 month. And if at the end of the month, your bag is empty and you're not happy, and this goes out to every client, every coach, this bottom of the bag guarantee is on every single bag. So if you get to the end of the month and you're not satisfied, you send back the empty bag and you get a full refund, less your shipping and handling. So that is how much we believe in our product. And I want you to know our return rate on that bottom of the bag guarantee is less than 1%. And it has remained less than 1% ever since Shakeology was created. So that in and of itself should be proof to you of how wonderful it really and truly tastes good. It's amazing that they can make 80 different ingredients taste good, but that it also works. So we do have a little bit of something for everybody. I think the biggest thing right now is our digital access. We have Beachbody On Demand, and that is absolutely incredible. When you start with Beachbody On Demand, you have access to our best trainers, our best programs, our master trainers and their live programs. We have a couple of TV shows on Beachbody On Demand as well. So if you're familiar with the 21-Day Fix, we now have a Fix 8 cooking show, which features Autumn and her brother, who's a chef. and they take you through making various recipes for the 21-day fix, which is really, really cool. Also, we have a reality TV show on Beachbody On Demand, and it's called The 20s. And it started with a group of 20-something-year-olds who all wanted to be our Beachbody's next celebrity trainer. And so we're releasing an episode a week, and whoever wins the 20s is going to be our next Beachbody celebrity trainer, and they're going to be able to create their new program, Beachbody's new program. So that is pretty cool. It's been fun watching those episodes be released. Like I said, also you get to stream all of your workouts. You have access to so much, and I love that. I also want you to think about the digital access and what that really means for a second. I'm going to ask you, do any of you know what the biggest, most successful hotel chain is in the world? I'm going to let you think about that for a second. I'm not looking at the chat box, so I'm thinking some of you are guessing maybe the Hilton or the Marriott. Well, you'd be wrong. It's Airbnb. It has no brick and mortar. It's completely digital. And it's full of people on their own making money. Airbnb is the biggest, most successful hotel chain in the world. Crazy, right? It's digital. Now for a second, let's think about what is the biggest retail store in the world? I know what came to my mind when I first was asked that question was Walmart, right? Because it is, isn't it? Wrong. It's Amazon. Amazon has now surpassed Walmart and is the biggest retail store in the world. And they're digital, no brick and mortar. So, and there's a few other examples I could use as well. But what Beachbody is the Amazon, the Airbnb of the fitness industry. We're digital, and that's where everything is going, is digital, and that's where we are. We do still have our DVD programs, but honestly, they're all available on digital, and I think 90% of what I do now is all digital as well. We also, of course, carry equipment. We have our supplement lines, which I talked to you about, like the performance line, and then we have weight loss options, which include the 3-day refresh, the 21-day ultimate reset, and of course, Shakeology can be a tool in weight loss as well. And we have proven results. Every single day, someone is rewarded $500 for their transformation story. Every single day for like the past, I don't even know how many years. It's insane. These are real pictures by real people just like you and me. Many of them are on my team. It is incredible. Our only goal is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. That's our mission statement. And it works. Again, here's that peer support. I just love, I get so emotional looking at these pictures because they are such great memories. This is at an amazing hotel that we were at in Mexico. I think this was in Nashville. Here we are in Mexico again. This is me teaching a live class at the gym. I used to still teach gym classes. I recently gave them up after I had that fourth baby. I haven't gone back yet. And that's some friends working out at Pile Live. More pictures from Mexico. But truly, these are some amazing people. And when I look at the lives of these folks and how Beachbody and this opportunity has changed their lives, incredible. Right here, we have a multi-million-dollar earner. That's my dearest friend and my coach, Melissa McAllister. And then right next to me is one of my best girlfriends from college, who recently became a mid-six-figure earner. She went from being on the verge of divorce, in a deep depression, and in major financial trouble. And here she is. Her life has completely changed, all because of this opportunity. And I could tell you a story about each one of these people, but I'll keep it moving because I promised it wouldn't be too long. So, what is a coach? I want to cover what a coach doesn't have to be. I mentioned it before. You do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert because that's been taken care of for you. You also don't need to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. Think of one of the most popular shows on TV, year after year, season after season. Biggest Loser. Why? because people love to go on a journey with you. And so if you're not at your fitness and nutrition goals, I swear to you, some of our top coaches are those people who are just sharing their journey, the slip-ups, the successes, the struggles, all of it along the way. People love going on that journey with you. And you will be a very successful coach if you learn to share your story well. You also don't need to be an experienced salesperson. This is not a sales job. If you come in here telling me that you've worked in sales and you've been the best salesperson on a sales team and yada, 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 I promise you, you will fail. Nobody wants to work with scammy people who are pushing products. Instead, what a coach does need to be is someone who can share how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. How? By doing it themselves. So it really and truly starts with you, which means being committed to proof the products work. That means you're working out every day, that you're drinking your Shakeology every day, that you're sharing that, and you're sharing how it's changing and affecting your life. You also need to be committed to improving and developing yourself. If we're going to be kind of that, I hate to say it, but kind of that life coach for other people, because that's a lot of times what you're dealing with when you become a fitness and nutrition coach. A lot of times it has to deal with emotional stuff. And if you're going to handle that well and you're going to handle guiding other people, you really need to be working on yourself. So yeah, we listen to 15 minutes or read 10 minutes of a good book every day. Yeah, we do. We're those kind of people. Some of the benefits, of course, of being a coach. You're going to set your own work hours. So early on in the business, when my boys were really super little, I worked early in the morning and late at night and during nap time. Now I have 2 little ones again. So I have 2 big kids and then I have 2 little kids. And now my work hours are usually mid-morning during one morning nap for the baby, mid-afternoon for another nap for the baby, and then maybe just a little bit like today. I'm going to work an hour this morning and then I'll be done. So it's cool that I can just set my own hours and work around my schedule. I have a lot of people who still have a full-time job and they do this job in 20-minute pockets. They just find three or four 20-minute pockets each day where they work this business. And, especially a lot of moms too are like, I don't have a full hour. Okay, so find 2 30-minute sections. Wake up 30 minutes early, go to bed 30 minutes late. You'll be good. You can build online, which is probably 90% of what I do, or you can build in person. So if you're one of those people that maybe you are a fitness instructor, or maybe you are one of those really extroverted people who is in a church group and the head of the PTA and, just in every group face-to-face that you can be in, awesome. You're going to build a great business that way as well. You also get to share your passion and attract people. If you haven't figured out yet that I am super passionate about what I do, I don't think you've been listening very carefully. And attracting people is simply what I've done with you guys. You're all here for a reason. And I love that. I love getting to meet new people, find people that have similar goals. I'm always meeting someone for coffee. I love traveling. And this is truly could be a picture of me. I'm surprised I don't have a kid in my lap right now. Quite honestly, my husband's doing a really great job watching them at the moment. A lot of times I'm working with one of the kids sitting right next to me or in my lap. So, of course, rewards are benefits. We get rewarded with clothing. We get rewarded with certificates, which are not my thing, but we have commissions. So of course, retail commissions for anything that you do recommend and someone ends up purchasing, you're going to get commission for that. If you teach other people how to do what you're doing with this business, you're going to get bonuses for growing your team. Of course, you've heard me talk about trips. This was the view from my room on one of the trips that we took. I don't even know. I think this one is Mexico, but I'm not sure. Last year in Nashville, I won a guitar. It's actually sitting right back there. And yeah, so you're going to get trips, recognition, and a lot of times we actually earn like learning and personal development. I've been able to hear live Diana Nyad, Gary Vaynerchuk, Simon Sinek, John Maxwell, Brendan Burchard, the best of the best. If any of you are familiar with the book, You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, we get to learn from Jen Sincero. So we get amazing, amazing training from some pretty amazing people. With the support, of course, you're going to have training and tools. So you're going to have a Coach Basics training with me. It's 2 weeks long. It's self-paced. So you can work through it and be done in 2 days, or you could work through it and take a month. I have it set up to take 2 weeks, but you can move through it at your own pace. There's marketing tools. So you have access to all of our logos, all of our training, both from Beachbody and from me. Of course, in communication, there's always coach breaking news. So everything that's new, you're getting kind of like your own little news feed in your office about everything that's new and changing in our business. We have every week, we have a national wake up call. If you can't catch it live, it comes out as a podcast, so you can listen to the podcast, which is really cool. We have monthly newsletters that come out, and then of course we have our FAQ, which you can Google. So if you have a question about your business, type it in Google and our FAQs will come up. And then through social media, our CEO is amazing at social media, so he's always on Facebook. He's doing Facebook Live, and he is so humble and so reachable. There is a boatload of training on YouTube, Instagram, where most of you and I met, Twitter and Snapchat. I mean, if there is a social media outlet, we're on it. So if you're a social media junkie, this is the place for you. And if you're not, it's okay. I'll train you. So from our team, what you can expect from me, you're going to get through your new coach training. We're going to have weekly team calls. Now, if that stresses you out, it's okay. You're not fired if you don't show up. You're going to learn more and you're going to do better in your business if you do. But if it's not your bag, it's not your bag. But we have weekly team calls. We have monthly team challenges where we're running fitness programs together. I'm going to help you train and coach your first few groups of people so we can do that together every month. We have team building events. So if you're local to Dallas-Fort Worth, you can get together with us. We get together usually at least twice a week. And even if you're not local to DFW, we have quarterly team get-togethers all over the United States, where once every quarter, everybody gets together, we work out, we get some training, and they're actually quite fun, believe it or not. You get leadership training, both from me and from the company. You'll be on our family page on Facebook, where there's a lot of interaction. We really do become a family. You'll get recognized there. You'll get training there. And you'll get that community there, which is awesome. And then, of course, you'll get recognition and accountability. So when you're surrounded by a bunch of like-minded people who are keeping you fit and challenging you to move forward in your business, you'll absolutely get recognized for that. And you'll have all the support you need to be successful in your own goals, whether physical, financial, or something else. So what are the options? On the left here, you're talking, you've heard me talking and you're like, I know the wheels are spinning, right? So you have the option. You can be, I'm ready to join your team. Let's do this, right? You are on point. You're like, I got this. This is so me. So you're ready to be a coach, right? Some of you are going, oh my gosh, I don't know. You're maybe a little bit more of the thinkers. I get it. That's not me. But, some of you are thinking, okay, I need to see, I'm actually not familiar with Beachbody at all. I really need to see if this stuff works. I want to just be a customer first. So you do have those two choices, believe it or not. You can choose which one you want to do. So if you're going to join as a coach, there's my pretty friend, Jess. I'm not even going to talk about the other two because they're stupid. Why? Because you're paying about the same price and not getting half as much. So I'm really just going to talk about the challenge pack. It's $140. Yes, I now own a high six-figure earning business because I once spent $140. Insane. And that's where you start. That's going to get you everything that you need. You're going to save anywhere from $50 to $80 by doing it that way. Your $40 sign-up fee is waived. You're going to get Beachbody on demand. So all that digital stuff that I was talking about, you're going to have access to that immediately. You're going to have your first shipment of Shakeology so that you can actually start being a product with a product. We're going to get you started using one of the fitness programs, drinking Shakeology every day, and we're going to get you rolling. Okay? You're going to have access to all of that. You do have a monthly ongoing business service fee. So you don't pay it the first time, but say you sign up today, and today is August 27th. Come September 27th, you're going to pay $15.95. I know, right? I really feel that each month. I don't. You're going to have, for that $15.95, you're going to have media promotion and brand awareness. Hello, have you seen our stuff on TV all over the internet? Yeah, it's everywhere. That isn't us. That's Beachbody spending billions to make brand awareness for us. So that's all taken care of for you. You'll have 5 personal websites or online stores, 2 in Spanish and the other 3 in English. You're going to have your coach online office, which is everything that you need to learn about your business and build your business properly. We don't carry inventory, so I'm not going to ask you to buy a crap ton of stuff, put it in your pantry, and then try and sell it. Yuck. No thanks. Beachbody holds on to everything for us. They do our warehousing. They do our customer service. They do our tech support. They do our marketing. They do our communications. They do our training. And they give us access to Success on Demand, which is incredible. So if I haven't made it clear, Beachbody makes it very, very, very simple for us. And we do pay that $15.95 ongoing to make sure that they have the money to do that. Okay? If you are currently in the military or a veteran of the military, this $15.95 is waived. You will not pay that. It's actually free for you to be a coach. So just want you to be aware, if you are military or ex-military, or if you are the spouse of someone who is in the military or or is a veteran, in that case, you would also be covered. That fee is waived. Now, for those of you who want to join as a customer, guess what? You're going to pay the exact same price, $140. And you're going to get the exact same thing except for all of the coach stuff. So you're going to get your Beachbody On Demand and your Shakeology. What you're not going to get is you're not going to get your websites. You're not going to get access to any of the coaching stuff. You're just going to be a customer, okay? So in the next 24 hours, I want you to reach out to me. Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals? I know most of you already said yes because I asked last night. Do you need accountability and exercise, eating right, bettering yourself, and recognizing and uplifting others? Hello, everyone does. So I think the answer is probably yes. Which option appeals to you, coach or customer? So let me know how you want to get started. I want you to think about, what can being a coach do for you? So what is it that you're missing in your life? For me, I was pretty fit at the time I started, so I wasn't missing the fitness aspect as much. What I was missing, however, was community, and I was also missing money. So for me, when I answered that question 6 years ago, it was, I need money and I need a community. I need friends. And absolutely, that's been fulfilled for me. Think about, who can I help? Many of you already have a long list of people in your mind, of people that need help with exercise, people that need help with nutrition, people that could do better by getting some love and recognition in their life, or people that need money. How many of you know someone who fits at least one of those categories, if not all of them? So you know that list is long in your mind. And what are your goals and dreams? I know 6 years ago, when I couldn't afford to take my kids to McDonald's Playland, I dreamt of the day I could take them to Disney World. I didn't know how the hell I was going to make it happen, but I dreamt of that day. I dreamt of the day I could take them to the toy store and say, sure, when they asked for a new toy, rather than, not today, sorry guys. That hurts. That hurts. And, you know, for me, my goals and dreams were just to be able to provide for my family and have a happy life. And at the time, I wasn't doing either of those things. So think about what your goals and dreams are. I keep sharing pictures, but it's amazing. This is one of my best friends, Michelle Park. She is the co-creator of Pio, and we're clearly loving on each other there. Another fun picture of some of my besties celebrating in Mexico. More Mexico pictures. Me and my handsome hubby, we run this business together. I do all the front end stuff, and he does all of the back end stuff. I absolutely would not be successful without his support. So he's our CFO. He makes sure that the books are lining up and that I'm not spending every dime we make. And here we are having a little fun in Mexico ourselves. And then this was kind of a cool moment. My daughter got to meet Tony Horton too, and we were at a party, I think on the beach somewhere, obviously. He fell in love with my daughter. It was so sweet. Anyways, had to share those pictures with you. Oh, and just a few more. Okay. You get it, right? You've got the drift. We have a little bit of fun. So I am going to come out of here. I'm going to finally go back to you guys. I'm going to stop sharing here because it is time for questions. So anybody, I'm going to look at the chat box. Oh, thank you, Symphony. You're so sweet. Any questions, things that I maybe didn't cover or questions that you have? I'm going to wait just a moment. Feel free to unmute yourself or you can type in the chat box, either one. I answered everything. Oh, okay. Here's a question from Symphony. Yeah, you mentioned how this has helped your family a lot. Can you be a successful coach if you're not a mom or have a family yet? I love that question. Thank you for asking that, Symphony. My heavens, had I been offered this in my early 20s, all of that mess that I was in could have been avoided. Please learn from my mistakes. Yes, if you are a young 20-something, my goodness. I mentioned how everything's going digital. You guys in your 20s are leading the digital world. You are leading social media and social media marketing. You have the opportunity to set your future life up for such amazing things. What better opportunity than in your 20s to be fit, fabulous, enjoy the travel, enjoy building your bank account. Oh my goodness. It's such a no-brainer for me when I think about had I found this earlier in life, how different it would be. And we have some amazing top coaches in the company who are in their 20s, don't have kids yet, and are rocking this business. Absolutely. You are a girl boss and you are going to rock this world. Absolutely. I love that. How does coach training work? So coach training is all going to be done online. Thank you for asking that question, Erin. Coach training is all online. Again, it's going to be self-paced. So it's going to be, watching some short videos that are going to give you the training that you need to better understand various outlets of social media, to better understand how to do this business without being a salesy, scammy, yucky, icky person. So we're going to give you a lot of tools and training, whether it's scripts or videos or ideas on just how to run this business and make it your own. Again, you're going to kind of choose your pace. I have it set up to take about 2 to 3 weeks, but you could easily bust through that training faster. Or if you're like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of dabble in this, then you can work through it at your own pace. But it is going to be online. We do some live stuff like this, and then we do some phone calls. But other than that, it's really self-paced. Did that answer your guys' questions? I want to make sure that my answers were helpful. Anything else? I spoke a little bit longer than I intended to. You're welcome. Ooh, I did not mention this. I love that question. Thank you, Symphony. How much time do you have to dedicate to become successful? So absolutely, how hard you work is going to be a direct representation of how fast your business grows. Now, I would say, I kind of listed some of my success over the years. And to get where I am today, I have averaged about 4 hours a day, or say, let's just say 20 hours a week. Some weeks more, some weeks less, because I am my own boss. But I would say I work about 20 hours a week from home, in my jammies, sometimes in bed, sometimes while drinking wine, sometimes while drinking coffee. But to have, I don't want to say massive, but to have the kind of success I've had, I would say about 20 hours a week or 4 hours a day. Now, if you have more time than that and you're like, I'm going to work 8 hours a day, you are absolutely going to get to 6 figures a whole lot faster than I did. And you'll probably hit 7 figures before I did. The more time you have, the better. Now, if you're someone who's like, I literally have maybe 30 minutes, we can make it work for you too. So, if that's all you have, you are absolutely going to make a great part-time income. You will, I have coaches on my team that earn, around $150 extra a week, and that makes a huge impact on their family's finances. So, If you're currently working full-time, we're going to figure out how to get you some stuff done in your car on the way to work, in your ride on the way home, maybe a little bit on your lunch break, 5-10 minutes here and there. I love to talk about these 2 women. I have 2 women on my team that have 5 children, full-time jobs, and earn anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a week doing this business. And I'm telling you, they sleep 8 hours a night. What? So seriously, if they can do it, I promise you there's a way. It's literally about consistency. So if you're just, plugging away 30 minutes a day, every day, you are going to see growth, and you are going to build, and you are going to make an income doing this. Yeah. I think that answered that question. Anything else before I let you guys go? All right. Thank you again so much, you guys, for tuning in. I really, really appreciate your time, your energy. And for those of you who are catching the replay, again, just contact me. Let me know which route you're going to go. Coach your customer and any other questions that you have. Ooh, I've got one more question. What if we don't like posting about ourselves? I have so many coaches who are so super humble and cannot stand to post about themselves. There's one in particular that I'm thinking of, and her name is Suzanne. I love her. And she instead shares the success of her challengers. She shares the success of her teammates, and she does an amazing job of showing both the physical, financial changes that can come about with this business without ever talking about herself. So it's absolutely like, if you're like, I'm not going to be one of those people who takes, half naked selfies and posts about myself on social media. If that is not your thing, you're going to share the success of others. And wow, what a business you will grow being the humble human being that you are. So yeah, if you're not comfortable with that, we can make that work too. Love the questions. You guys are the best. You're the bomb. Oops, I don't want to do that. There we go. All right. I'm going to get this recording translated so that you guys can watch the replay. Again, thank you. If you have questions, just comment on the link below. Just comment and ask your questions, and I will do my best to answer. If you'd like to set up a one-on-one phone call, I'm available for that as well. Just comment below or inbox me and let me know. I'm happy to help. I want to make sure that you have all the information you need to make the best decision for you and to get you started living your healthy and fulfilling life. Thanks, guys.